There's a motion to reduce fire and emergency services by $250,000, made by Councilor Ponte, seconded by Councilor Pereira. Discussion, Councilor in seat 1.
Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate the figure that my colleague in seat number 8 is using, and I agree with the figure as a figure, but my concern is if we take it from overtime, we potentially run the risk of brownouts unless we use one-time funds in order to be able to support this, and I think that that eventually leads to what we would call, again, a structural deficit. I think as opposed to promising the fire department an increase of staff of 5 people, we should potentially look at increasing it in a more realistic number. And ultimately, this is just a suggestion. If we reduce by $250,000, then they have the ability to be able to pick where in their salaries line item that they're going to do that. But I think it's important for us to be responsible. And when we know that the revenues are overstated and we're voting as such, we can't bring new people on because I don't want to lay those people off next year. We potentially lose the SAFER grant next year. How are we paying for those people? So yes, I understand why overtime is the first pick on this, but I think that just to be on the safe side, maybe we take 3 guys instead of 5 guys. I yield.
Thank you. Councilor seat 3.
Well, I had my hand up because I had seconded my colleague in seat 6's motion, and I wanted to speak in favor of it, but the motion's changed, and now I have to speak against the motion. I don't think you can have it 2 ways. I don't think you can say I love firefighters and then I'm going to cut $250,000 out of their budget. It just doesn't work. It sort of reminds me of the way they do business in D.C. I love kids and senior citizens, but I'm going to cut Medicare and health benefits. And it just doesn't work that way. You can't express your love and at the same time take away resources to have them do their duty as firefighters. So I hope this will be defeated. I yield.
Thank you. Councilor in seat 2.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, I just continue to hear people in this council say that we know the revenues are overstated. We know the revenues are overstated. I don't know that. I don't know how other people say they know it. I don't know it. I haven't seen any proof that they're overstated. What I hear is the chief of the fire department, who I think has been there for more than a couple of years. I know some of my colleagues have been here now for, I think, just a little over a year. But I think the chief knows what he needs to run that department. And we've had major problems with overtime in the fire department. You never know what's going to happen. It could be a fiasco if you cut that department. And yeah, you can say, come back to us if you need more money. That's great. But you know, I'm going to support them today. I'm not going to take away from the fire department and what they're looking to get to maintain their budget, because we're assuming that the revenues are over expected. I don't see that. I don't have anything in front of me that shows that. So I think we should support them today, not later on if they need more money, come back and see us. With that, I yield. Thank you.